Srimad Bhakti Radha Goswami Maharaj ki Can you speak today? Normally, Guru Maharaj Harikatha would be. Guru Maharaj coming to this plane, to this world, just to please Nitai and Gaura and his spiritual master and the acharyas. This is the qualification of the pure soul. He has no other interest. No other goal in this world. So, his preachings are pure. And this is truth, as he said always. Truth is truth. And truth is not always befitting our conception, what we have in this world. So there is, we continue maybe to hear from yesterday. We ended like this. Our duty is to repeat Naam every day, 1 lakh Naam. Goswamis have instructed that we should always perform Sankirtan. If you have any more question or doubts, you can ask. Gurudev says. So one devotee asked this question. We always hear about humility, and we like this concept very much. But when we come to practice it, we find it very, very difficult. How can we really become humble? Gurudev says on this, you must try many times. It is not that in one stroke you can become humble. Suppose that somebody talks to you and you become angry. You may want to take a reaction, but then at the next moment you may think that Bhagavan has said, Trinadapi Sunijana, and that you must be more tolerant than a tree. Then you think, I'm not actually doing it, but I must follow his dictations. Then it will come. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Little by little, dire dire, it's called. You cannot control the mind immediately, but gradually. This means that every day you try. It is a trial. How to be humble, how to endure. I mean, it will not happen all at once. It may take some time. You should practice. And also it is necessary that we get the blessings of the Lord, Guru, and sadhus. You cannot but put in practice this humility without their blessing. The Bhakti is saying in Shishtotar Ratnam, Naninditham karmadat astiloke sahasrasoyan namaya vyadhyai suham vipaka vishari mukunda kandhame sampatya gatis tavakre. There is not a bad karma that I have not committed. This is the beginning. We should think about ourselves. There's no bad activities I have not practiced. Not only once, but thousands of times. I promised that I would never do this anymore, but I did it again and again. How can I control my mind? How can I reach your lotus feet, sir? This was spoken by Yamunacharya, the guru of Ramanujacharya. He openly says, I have no qualification at all through which I can reach you, my Lord. I have got only bad qualities. So how can I reach you? I never did anything good. So now, oh Lord, please bless me. Often and often you must request the Lord, and also the sadhus, the Vaishnavas. Only like this we can get hold of their minds. They will give us sufficient strength. Also in the Manasiksha, we say that when we are doing something wrong against the rules of the scripture, then we should call out to those bhaktas, Sir, I am downfallen. Nobody is here to help me. I have fallen into a well. It is like the example of a well in the forest that is hidden in a place where nobody passes by. Now, if a fellow falls down in it but remains quiet and does not call for help, nobody will hear him and he will die. So he must loudly call, I am in the well, sir. Is there anybody? Who is passing by? Please help me. Therefore, you should always weep for the help of the devotees. The devotees are there. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami are there. All the Goswamis are there. They will listen to you. They are Samantas. They are the only one who can help you. That's why Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, O Manasa, O mind, please loudly repeat the names of the bhaktas. Weep at their feet and ask for their help. Of course, we are helpless. There is no doubt about this. We may agree or not, but we are actually helpless. If a man agrees that he is helpless, then he will get immediately the remedy. But if he does not feel so, he will not get the solution. Everybody is helpless. But who is helping them? Only the Lord. Still, even if one is performing bhakti, because he is not an Ishvara, he cannot control his wrong deeds. Therefore, he is prone to committing sins. But while committing wrongs, he does not feel happy. He says to himself, why is this stupid tongue or these stupid organs disturbing me? Oh Lord, it is my misfortune. I'm suffering for this. Please excuse me. He has no taste while committing sin. In one side he is rejecting it, but on the other side he cannot control himself. Then he feels there's no worse sinner than me in this world. Why, Lord, have you thrown me in this situation? Now please help me. Next day he will do the same thing. Gradually, by enjoying, not happily but in rejecting mood, Krishna will give him the strength so that when he will see the sense object, he will not be carried away by it. That moment must come, like in the story of Bilva Mangala. Therefore, one must turn the face towards the Lord. Turning the face means that the Lord should bless us. Without that, our hundreds of or thousands of attempts, or the attempt of the society, of the gods, or our well-wishers, cannot produce any change. Only when the right time will come, it will be possible. And this moment is under the control of the Lord. Anything? Any question or any comments?
I think, Maharaj, we face regularly such situation also, like Guru Maharaj described. We are full of faults, full of, how to say, these mistakes and everything. And this gives some hope that one day Lord will really bless those who are sincere and honest in the heart.
Yes, we are not able to control our senses. But there's one thing one has to know. I cannot control it. I will practice it. But I do it, I practice it, and know that I'm doing wrong. This is beginning level. I know I make some nonsense. I am doing things wrong. With this consciousness, we have no control. But this will attract the Supreme Lord, and the help will come. In another attitude, you may enjoy sinful activities, and you may not think, oh, I'm doing something wrong. This is a hopeless situation. You have no chance to realize, to understand. I will not be able to control our indriyas, our senses, in this way. So we must always, if we do wrong, we must always be conscious, or always understand, I am doing wrong, but I have no power to go against. Please, my Lord, I ask for your help. And this attitude, this will make advancement. Can you follow? Anybody else can follow? In Kartik month, Vrindavan, 1992, Guru Maharaj spoke this in Vrindavan. From the Bhagavad Gita, he quoted this verse, Manmana bhava matbhakto madhyajimam namaskuru avaishya satyam devadijanabhyosi me. What is he saying? Mad Bhakto, be my devotee. Madhyaji Bhava, worship me. Mam Namaskuru, serve me, worship me. Namaskuru means Namaskaram, and the real meaning of Namaskaram is surrender. Surrender unto me. I fall prostrated before you, and I surrender to you. You should bless me. I give up my ego and offer this body to you. My mind belongs to you. Everything belongs to you. I'm yours. All the universes are yours. You are the Supreme Master. If we do this, then our surrender will be complete. Very easy. That is one shloka. Everything is said. The teachings of the Bhagavad Gita say that the mind should always remember the Lord. That we should always speak about devotion to the Lord. His names, His leelas, His gunas. We should always repeat the glories of Supreme Lord. Then your bhajan or worship will start. Service means not only doing things with the hands, but with the mind. It's much more important. Service only by hands, externally moving body, using it. It is not real service. You must be given them, you must this mana is independent now. It does not surrender. Means the mind is independent now. It is not surrendered. It preserves the ego. Means the fourth ego, the body. Mind is only engaged in collecting some enjoying objects. So what I can enjoy with these indriyas, with these senses, with our material senses. It preserves the ego, but that ego must disappear. When you surrender that ego will disappear, and then you will be happy. You will enjoy peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. What is that Shanti? Shanti means one who will have no desire, who will give up all desires. Only then can one enjoy peace. But how to give up all desires?
So practical teaching, Maharaj, we have.
Yes, you just think when you're sitting, even if you sit in a lecture, we hear this. Our mind is still searching for when my indriyas can enjoy again. What's the next step after this? But how to give up all desires? This is the problem. One cannot give up all desires. Desires are not created by him, but they depend upon his past activities. That forced him to think about some things with which he had a relationship previously. Now he cannot destroy this relationship. So gradually that mana, or mind, should become weaker and weaker. Now it is the most powerful. The physical body can be destroyed. It cannot survive for a long time. But the mana will survive. So mind will not die when body is dying. The desire, the subtle body, will survive. So the physical body can be destroyed. It cannot survive for long, but the mana will survive. Although this physical body will become weak, the mana will not become weak. It will remain strong. How to weaken it? How to divert its enjoyment spirit, its desires? Everything must be diverted towards the service to Lord Krishna. You cannot destroy mana. Mana will remain and will destroy you. Then it will take another body, mana, buddhi, and ahankara. So mana, mind, buddhi, intellect, and ahankara, false ego. These three things will always take birth. Hundreds, thousands, and crores of births. It is impossible to calculate. No one knows about it. Everybody is under the influence of Maya. What happened last week, I cannot remember. What has happened last year by this time, I also cannot remember. How can I remember previous births? I have no remembrance at all. We have to adjust ourselves to the present situation and remember the Lord, the Supreme Lord Krishna. We should always read about Krishna's activities from the beginning of his life. He was in this world for 125 years, from his birth up to his disappearance. He performed so many sublime leelas. If we talk and hear about those pastimes, then we can achieve perfection. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Ajanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Shakyam, Atmanivedanam, Ittipum Sharbita Vishnu, Bhaktischena Navalakshana, Dha Bhagavati Adaha, Janmanye Ditam Uttamam, Srimad Bhagavatam. We have these 9 types of bhakti: to hear, to utter, to remember, to offer prayers, to do service, to perform arjanam, to think of him as our master and ourselves as his servants, to think of Krishna as our eternal friend, our eternal master, and to submit to him. Atma Nivedanam. So there are 9 types of bhakti. We can practice only 1 or 2 types, or all combined. It depends on our energy. One type is to always hear the glories of Krishna. And this is sufficient. When we have the physical capacity of hearing day and night, one can speak and another can hear. That listening is also a type of bhakti. If you listen, no other activity is necessary. Always do your daily service and always listen to the glories of Krishna. Then after hearing, you have to repeat it. Of course, you may have some difficulty or disgust for repeating, but in hearing you don't find such difficulties. You can always be happy listening to the sound. This sound is called Shabda Prama. Bhagavad Nam is Shabda Prama. This is the sound to hear, not the sound produced by ether and air. This is beyond our level. It is not material sound. It is transcendental sound. Krishna is Shabda Prama, Rama is Shabda Prama, Hari is Shabda Prama. Because there's no difference between the Nam and the Rupa. The Rupa means form. Nam and Rupa both are one. If you repeat Krishna, 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 the same Krishna who is standing in the temple there, the same Krishna who appeared 5,000 years ago in Mathura, the name Krishna and the form Krishna both are one. But in the case of worldly names, there's difference between name and the form. But when we speak of Shabda Prama, there's no difference between Shabda and Shabdi, Nam and Nami, Vaja and Vajaka. Both are one. If one is repeating Nam, Harinama, 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 Eva Kevalam, it is the surest, the simplest way to obtain the sublime state of purification. To obtain the lotus feet of Krishna, we should repeat this Shabda Prama. Nam Nama Karu Bahuda Nijashava Shaktis Tata Vidani Vatyasmananina Kala Itadashita Bhagavan Mamapi Tudeva Visham Yajanina Nuraga. Sikshastakam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us the Sikshastakam, 8 shlokas on the efficacy of Nam Sankirtan. Chetutapana Majana Mahadavagni Nivapanam Shaya Kailava Chandika Vidavanam Vidavadu Jivanam Anandam Purivaranam Patipatam Puramrita Swaranam Savasmasna Parambaram Vijayale Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. The first shloka. So through Krishna Kirtan we can reach all our goal. You can receive the full fruit of uttering Nam. But that fruit is not found in the material world. It is in the spiritual world. There's no difference between the Nam and its effect. What is Satya? The result. If we perform Nam Sadhan are both one. If you repeat Nam throughout your day or all your life, what will you achieve? You will get nothing material. No, that's my philosophy. You will get nothing material. Only Nam Kirtan. Bhakti will give you Bhakti. Service will give you service. Nobody does serve without expecting anything in return. If anybody does some service, it means he wants some remuneration. So what profit do you want? Bhaktas don't want anything. Nadanam najanam nasundarim kavidam vajagadisha kamai mama janmani janmani svare bhagavad bhaktai tukitai. I want only bhakti. I want only to chant your name. I am not anxious to receive any other remuneration from you. I have no desire for wealth, power, ladies. I want only Nam. I want only Haituki Bhakti. What is Bhakti? Bhakti means service for the sake of service. This sort of Bhakti is called a Haituki Bhakti. Doing service without any physical or mental desires, for financial gains or jnanam, for bodily comforts. Are there any human beings who can perform bhakti like this? Very few. There are very few bhaktas who do not want anything from the Lord. But many people are worshipping the Lord for Dhamma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is the religions, Chaitya Dharma, Kaitava Dharma. Cheating religions. We go to God, we go to temple. Please give me, give me, give me, give me. This is, they call it religion, but Srimad Bhagavan says this is Kaitava Dharma. This is cheating religion. How can we dare to make the Lord our servant? What do you want to get? You will get, he will give you what you want, but you have to pay the price. But many people are worshiping the Lord for Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And if somebody does not want Dharma, Artha, and Kama, he wants Moksha. He don't even want that Moksha. Moksha means to be relieved. Dharma, Artha, Kama means some wealth, some sort of worldly happiness, material benefits, material success, some material matter. People want to possess all of this. By sacrificing matter, you can get matter. This is called Artha. This will give you happiness, enjoyment in this body. This is the material consciousness. This is about matter. Moksha means you want to be freed, but this is only selfishness. You want to be relieved from the influence of Maya. You want to discard this avidya and achieve jnanam. Avidya? Yes, vidya means knowledge. Avidya means ignorance. But this cannot give real happiness. Only you serve to the Lord. What is this happiness? Happiness means that one should always possess this ananda. Ananda means service, not ananda in itself. That selfish ananda is different. Ananda in the service of Supreme Lord is different. You should strive to achieve that to get the real benefit. Mahaprabhu says, I always request you, my Lord, to please bless me with bhakti. So let us also have the same request at the feet of the Vaishnavas, at the feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, at the feet of the Supreme Lord and the Vaibhav Vyuha and Hamsa avatars, to the Purna avatars, Krishna, Balaram. We also pray for the same thing. We want their blessing. We want this bhakti which can engage us throughout this lifetime and also in the future. Whatever life I will get according to my past karma, in that life also let me be engaged in the service of Supreme Lord. Whether as a human being or as a creature, or as an insect. Whatever may be the body should have the eternal connection with this bhakti or the bhaktas. Without the association of the bhaktas, we cannot achieve bhakti. So that bhaktas association is necessary. Next lecture we hear, I was also present. Yeah. We can hear. Yeah, 97. Any comments or complaints? One. Everything clear. Jai Srila Gurudeva Ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev. Nityalila Bhavishtam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Vigacharya Stota Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Tirupha Mama Mahotsava Ki Jai Srila Gurudev Nityai Go Premanandi Chakal Bajarupiyascha Kapasi Jai Pranamama